My name is Dainhen Butler, certified anger management specialist throughout the state of Georgia. What I want to discuss today is this, that, there are a couple of key components or elements in reference to your anger being triggered and just anger management as a whole. And one of those elements is, we have to be conscious of what is coming in. What are we exposing ourselves to on a regular basis? And what I'm learning is, like when I turn on the radio sometimes, and this is just regular FM radio, and I listen to the lyrical content of some of the artists on here, right now, if you turn on the radio, you'll catch from the hours of 12 to 12 is that it is a common act for African-American artists to kill other African-Americans in their music. And I'm not saying that there's not a talent that's, hidden between those lyrics. What I'm saying is that we've made a habit of, on a regular basis, killing the black man, shooting the black man, hating the black man, can't stand the black man, selling drugs to the black man, shining on the black man, doing the booty with the black man girlfriend. It's just like, and again, I'm not coming down. I love hip hop, but we have to be conscious of what we're exposing our minds to. I'm a case manager for at-risk teens out in Clayton County. And so, I have anger management sessions. And what's taking place is that if I have a kid that has been listening to 8 hours of Young Thug, when he take his headphones off, he mad as hell. You know what I mean? He didn't always understand why he's mad. So what I've made a habit of doing is trying to institute something else in on your playlist, so to speak. Let's change the playlist. Let's listen to something else. Something like when I'm riding with my daughter, and she'll attest to this, that, sometimes I'll listen to, music. I like Young Dro. I like T.I. I'll listen to Outkast or whatnot. But then you know what I'll do? I'll cut the music off and I'll cut on the Martin Luther King speech. I'll listen to Farrakhan, Dr. Umar Johnson. What I want to do is I want to give you, some information that you can listen to. And if you perceive it or accept it as being entertainment, something within that, content will stick with you. It's the same thing with music, though. If you listen to black people being killed on a continuous basis, when you have a situation where, your anger could turn into aggression, then sometimes, not all the time, we resort back to what we know. And sometimes what we know is what we expose ourselves to. So today's lesson is just, let's be conscious of what we're exposing ourselves to, whether it be entertainment or propaganda. You have to be conscious of everything that you let in. As a child, my mom used to listen to church music on anytime she was cleaning up. And at the time, I was like, I don't want to hear that, man. I really don't. And now, I'm not a big fan of gospel music, but I am a fan of something that's going to bring some daylight to just your playlist. It has to be something that is going to lift you up, something that's going, and you know what? It doesn't have to be a speech. It could be something in terms of, what is that child interested in? Are you interested in riding skateboards or being an engineer or being a lawyer? Guess what, man? You can go to YouTube and you can find out just about anything that you want to find out about. Expose yourself to that. If you're interested in music, if you're interested in graphic design, anything that you're interested in, there's a place on the internet where you can get information and you can start exposing yourself to that information, as opposed to not being conscious of as to what's going on and just listening to your people being killed. And sad to say that, on mainstream radio, what's taking place is from 12 to 12, man, it's okay to kill black people in your music. And years ago, we had a lot of blanking out or censoring that was taking place. It's not taking place anymore. So even if you don't have the white headphones in your ear on a daily basis, if you're a parent and you're riding around and you and your children singing the lyrics to whomever, man, be conscious of what this child is repeating. Because when he comes to a situation where he has to put what he knows to work, and Lord forbid it be a rap lyric that he has to, rely on, it's going to be some trouble. And it has been trouble. Some of our kids are based on what they listen to. They've adopted it as a way of life. And I'm just saying we have to be conscious of that. Now, my second point that I want to bring up is that I was a co-host on a radio show on Instinct Radio, the Regina Sunshine Show. And so I put in a little work, and what's been taking place is I've been nagging the radio owner for a shot. And he gave me a shot, man. But you know what? The Dainhen Butler show would be something a tad bit different. If you hadn't tuned in to what we got going on, man, please go download the app. But let me explain to you why it's important that you download the app and that you support the Dainhen Butler show. On in our school systems right now, what's taking place is that our kids have a place to play football, play basketball, baseball. You know, their format, they're assisting us with being their entertainment, so to speak. And I won't go too deep off into that. I'm saying that all of our children are not going to make it to the NBA. They're not going to all make it to the NFL. Some of them they're going to adopt the beliefs of other people, and they may fail at, getting a scholarship. And what we don't want to do is we don't want that child to think that they failed. What we want to do is if we got Little League baseball, Little League basketball, you know what? It's so much going on in today's society, man. Let's just be real about, we need Little League lawyers. We need Little League doctors. We need people that are able to, really change the laws. And the only way you can change the laws is if you know the laws. And you have to be passionate about this. So we have the ability to assist our kids. So I got with Jack Trey and I ran the idea by him, and it's just he liked it. And so what we're going to do is the Dainhen Butler Show will be primarily a platform for kids in DeKalb, Fulton, Clayton County, for these kids on the high school level to come and have a traditional debate. Now, what I want to do is I want to structure the debate around whatever the schedule is for the surrounding colleges. I want them to debate on that level. I want them to debate using that format. The reason being is because we have to start priming. When kids play football, they play on the field that is 100 yards. So they're prepping themselves for the next level. I think that if we get these kids on in a place where they're so comfortable with themselves and their ability to express themselves, what I found from an anger management perspective is that those kids who know a certain amount of words, they're less likely to interact in physical altercations that are caused by aggression or caused by anger. People who are able to understand their thoughts and verbalize those thoughts, they're less likely to interact in physical altercations. So what we do is that we give kids a platform and we support them in whatever it is that they're doing. You don't have to run a football. You don't have to play basketball. You can dive into your intellectual ability to express certain thoughts and to get your point across, and you can be rewarded for that. My goal, my vision is to, at the end of this our first season, man, we ought to have a scholarship. The Dainhen Butler Scholarship. Oh, you can call it whatever you want to call it. I just want to be able to give kids something to fight for if you don't make the basketball team. We're smart individuals. We're a smart community. We're a smart race, man. And we got to start expecting our kids to be in a certain mindset. I'm not asking any more kids, what job you want to work when you get older. I'm asking you what kind of business you want to own. This is the theme that we're coming with. We want to challenge some of the thoughts and some of the adoptions that we have. And when I say adoption, sometimes, life is given to us, or thoughts are given to us, beliefs are given to us, and we never get a chance to, dissect those and question ourselves. Like, I did debate with UGA, and I had an opportunity. They came with the topics that they were discussing on their level, or their realm, or their schedule, so to speak. And so you give me a topic like abortion or capital punishment, and if I believe in something, I go for it. But then what they would do is the next week or the next month, they would come back and we were forced to, if I argued the affirmative, now I have to argue the negative. And what that does is it caused me to question my own thoughts. And when I was able to question my own thoughts, I began to question the thoughts of others. So it gave me a distinctive way of looking at life. When an individual is talking to me, I don't just accept what it is that they're saying. What I do is I have three main points in my mind as to why or what you're saying is not true. And so what I'm saying is this may help our children have better decision-making skills, critical thinking. It also increases their emotional intelligence. So what I'm saying is that we don't have to keep making excuses or blaming people. What we have is a solution. The Dainhen Butler Show will be primarily set up for kids to come and express their intellectual talents. And I'm not saying that I'm not supporting our brothers and sisters that's playing basketball and football, but you know what? We got to start supporting our kids. We got to start expecting them to do better because they have the ability to do so. And if we don't start expecting them, then who will? So I want you to download the app. I want you to subscribe to the Dainhen Butler YouTube. When you download the Instant Radio app, man, send requests to the radio owner, man. Tell Jack Trey, man, hurry up and get Dainhen Butler on there, because it's not just me, and I don't want it to be a situation where it's just me running my mouth. It's a situation where we can actively get into the school system. We can give kids a platform to be the best that they could be. And I just think about all the all the people we know where we have basketball games or shade tree mechanics, man, what if we had lawyers in our community or lawmakers in our community that had our best interests at heart? If we don't start raising people up to help us, man, when we get old, man, we extinct. So before I get on my footstool, subscribe, ask questions, man. Give me some topics. Let's talk about something, man. Let's if you got some people you want to get on the show and you think it's gonna be beneficial to our community and the world at hand, man, let's get it done, man. Let's move forward. We full of solutions. On a personal note, 10-10-15, man, the Million Man March. I want you guys to be conscious of that, man. And rest in peace to Sandra Bland, man, for real. Just looking at some of the footage, man, they can't keep killing us, man. But we got to get in there, and we got to get in there strategically, man. It's not checkers, man. It's chess. So subscribe, download the app, man, and let's move forward.